Hey yo, one of people, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a sentiment analysis on a data that I've got, and it's basically the idea basically being if you want to build a product or a service, and you've got very limited funds, the thing you do is you look at the market and then you try to find within that market, you try to find the underserved people and you build a product on that. Okay, so that's a better strategy uh, than than trying to what's the word now? Than try to do everything from scratch. Than trying to reinvent the wheel. Or you could just replicate the app or the service or the goods, but make it cheaper. Or you could just make it available in a different market. So that's just the game. Looking at what's already existing in the market, then using looking at what's already existing in the market, and then figuring out what you can do to enhance and provide a service. So I just would like to put it out there that I've left the UK. I left about 1 week ago now. 1 week ago. Today's Tuesday. 1 week ago exactly now. And I lived in the UK for exactly 3 years. I made a lot of mistakes, which I would not go into this video, but just for full clarity, I'm just putting it out there. Um, made a lot of mistakes. I couldn't secure a permanent job, or and I couldn't secure my global talent application I applied for. So it was chaotic, but it is what it is right now, and I'm trying to put my get things back on track. So, what data sets am I going to be using? So let me quickly share my screen. So, first of all, I'm going to be sharing my Chrome. Wait, hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to do something. Okay. So, what I want to bring up is my data set, and I do not, want to mess things up because I'm working strictly on my laptop. Assuming I have like an external monitor now, it would, uh, it would, uh, hold on 1 second, guys. It would have been easier. Assuming I had an external monitor, it would have been easier. And I apologize for being all over the place, but yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just trying to find the data set that I've been using, and I used this API. Let me just put it on Google Play Scraper. Okay, what I'm targeting is just the app stores, because if I want to build a service, it has to be something that people using. So what I've done is I've looked at the top top 300 apps on the App Store, and I've looked at the top 300 apps on the App Store, and I've said, you know what, let's try and do some analysis and find something we can do. Okay, so bear with me. All right. So I want to bring up this data now. I guess I have to upload it to but there's quite a lot of them. I have to upload them to so let me see how many there are in this folder. Guys, that you can't see my screen, but you know what? I'm just gonna pick the first one and upload it to. I'm just gonna go sheets. New. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna upload one from my can be, so yeah, there's quite a lot of them here. So I've collected the reviews for that. So I'm just gonna pick the first one. So let's do analysis on that. Because what at the end of the day, what we want is a dashboard. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a dashboard that we're able to tell us, see it for yourself. You can also scrape the data for yourself once you have um, the once you use apologies once you use the API. So this I'm just gonna rename this. So this is the key of the app. So let's just open this app on Google Play Store and see what it does first. Right. So okay, yeah, you can see this. All right. So this is the app. It's all about character AI chatting, chat talk text. So this is what the app does, which is nice. So it's something that we can build. It's not it's something that it doesn't require any like if you're gonna be building like a finance app, for example, you need um, certifications and approvals and things. So, but this we don't really need much, except to comply with the protection laws. So this is not really too difficult. So yeah, this is what the app looks like, and these are the reviews. So and as you can see here, there are 4.7 star reviews, and 1.7 million reviews. Can you imagine? 1.7 1.5 million reviews, and it's quite high. This the reputation it's got. But our job is to try and figure out our strategy to this. So here's the data again. So, so for example, so what I'm interested in right now, okay, so let me just um, turn this into. Um, uh, so what I want to achieve is I want to be able to sort this based from in ascending order. So this score is the what's it now? The score is the rating given to the app. From 1 to 5 stars. So what I want is I want to be able, so now do it from 1 to 5, so we can focus on the reviews that are between 1 and 3. Okay, those are our, I think we can use everything actually. We can use everything. So let's use everything and see what happens. So we want to do sentiment analysis. And one extension we got to use is the Google, the Chat GPT, Chat GPT. So, so what sentiment analysis does? So let me just go back to. Let me just go back to this place. What is sentiment analysis? Okay, because I'm also learning right now. What is sentiment analysis? What is sentiment? Right. So I'm using a GPT, which is this. If but I can do some other things later. Um, what I'm trying to say, I'm using a custom GPT, okay, and it's basically it gives me the information in the way I like it, and I prefer this. This is the closest thing I prefer, so that's why I'm using it. But if you can use your normal, you can go if you're not subscribed to Pro, you will not be able to use this or use the Chat GPT store to find and install or use custom GPTs. But that's what I'm using now. So because I've got a Pro version, but you can the normal Chat GPT would help you out as well. So no worries there. So what is sentiment analysis? That's my question now. Okay, and it's telling me that. So sentiment analysis is basically we're trying to detect the mood of what is being said. Are they saying positive things about the app, or are they saying negative things about the app? Okay, and that's simple. Simple thing. And the reason why this is so crucial is that when a user complains and you don't take them serious, that's an opportunity for a competitor to use that. Okay, so there's basically three emotions we're gunning for right now. So for each review, I thought I renamed this thing. Yes. So for each, I don't know. Okay, so let me go back to for each review here, for each content here, we want to gather. Oh no 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 no. So I want to gather if whatever each everything that they're saying in each this thing is that positive, negative, or neutral. Positive, negative, or neutral. That's just that's one of the analysis we want to do. So I'm just going to add a new tab here. I'm going to call it sentiment. Okay, and bear with me a second. Bear with me, please. Yes, you can. Good. So I'm just bear me 1 second, okay? I'm just trying to find a particular tool I'll use for that because I wanted to I don't want to. Okay, so let me just show you instead of going ghost. So I'm using this particular. Let me just share it here. This video, how to scrape Amazon reviews in Google Sheets. Okay.
Of each of the review. So let's get started. For a full part of it, I'm going to do web scraping of Amazon review. You need to go to
Of
extend.
course, I'm not interested in this Amazon reviews. What I'm more interested in, because I've watched this before, what I'm more interested in is how he installed. Yeah, okay. It's GPT for sheets and docs. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for. So let me just go back to my let me go back. Let me go back. So what I'm looking for is extension, add-ons, manage get add-ons. It's what's it called again? Let me just find it real quick. It's called GPT for sheets and docs. GPT for sheet, yeah, for sheets and docs. This is the one. Okay, it's an extension, and yeah, it ought to be okay. So let me just go back, okay, because now because there's a lot of them. Let's go back here. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Okay. So what happened is I just realized I didn't show you what I was doing. So here is my I've searched it on the marketplace for extension. There's quite a lot of them, so but I want to use what this guy is actually using, because I was hoping that it would be their API. But let me just go back and so I'm just gonna go back to this video, and
Sheets and Doc.
so wait
To do is to import the ChatGPT extension. Go to extension, go to add-on, get
so
add-on. In here, you're gonna type ChatGPT, and you're gonna click on ChatGPT OpenAI in Sheet. Click on it, and you're gonna install this extension here. Next, you're gonna have to get
so it's the one from
ChatGPT, and you're gonna click on ChatGPT OpenAI in Sheet. Click on it, and
so
you're
it's
gonna install this
the
extension here.
one from Talarian. Okay, Talarian. Yeah, this is it. And install. So it's prompting me to sign in here. So I'm just not. I'm just gonna do that sign in and come back to you. Yeah, so I'm just still in the process of so it's now signing in because I've completed it. I've signed using my All right, so it's now all done. I need to now get so I'm just okay. So it's loading on the side, but I need the OpenAI key. I need the key. So right, so this is beautiful. I could use OpenAI other services. So I'm just gonna. I prefer to use OpenAI. Okay. So I'm just gonna try and do that. So I need the OpenAI key, and it's pretty straightforward.
By clicking on extension, ChatGPT for Sheets and Doc, click on Set API, and then you click on this hyperlink to open up OpenAI's webpage.
So it's telling me I need to go to platform.openai.com/account/OpenAI keys. Platform dot account /API key or keys. So I'm just gonna. So I'm just navigating to there now, where it's telling me to go to get my own OpenAI key. Of course, I'm not going to be doing the entire process right in front of you, just for security, account security purposes. All right, so so I've already got a key actually. I actually got a key now, but it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. So let me just share it back for you. So I'm now in my own OpenAI dashboard, and as you can see here, I've already created my own secret key, and I created it not knowing I created one before. So if you haven't created, you can just click on create new key, and that is that. Okay, so I'm using my own test key, so I'm just going to copy that test key and paste into my into the previous one. So I'm just going to copy it. Right, now it's time for me to copy. I don't know how to copy it. Okay, let's go back to the video and see what's going on.
To get your API key, copy it, paste it in here, and after that, save the API. I've already done mine, so I'm not going to do that. So once that's done, now you're ready to.
Okay, so it does seem like I'll just have to create a new key. test 2. Okay. Leave it at default project, and I'm going to click on create key. It is creating in the background, so I've got my key now. I'm just gonna go back into where it needs to go. I'm gonna go back here. So I've copied it. I need to paste it in here now and click on save. So for security purposes, again, I'm not gonna do that on camera. So here, I'm just gonna done it in the background. And yeah, API key has now been saved. It has been saved. So now it's just for me to do the sentiment analysis on. So the reason I'm using OpenAI, for example, is because they give you sorry, let me just go back in. They give you free, I think $5 just want to try the API. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure I've even set up my API correctly, because I needed to, I think, set up my my payment account and things like that. But yeah, so let's just go back to this guy and see how he did it.
To do sentiment analysis in ChatGPT would be equal GPT classify sentiment in one word.
Okay, so I told us what to do. Sentiment. I'm just gonna go GPT classify sentiment in one word. Okay.
They have to be in double quotes here. The second argument on GPT formula would be the comment itself, which is D2. And the third argument, we put it at 0 and close parenthesis. And if you hit enter, what it does is that it goes and...
Okay, so classify sentiment in one word. So where is sorry about this. So we need the column of where it needs to go do the job. I think is so I'm just gonna let me just leave it as this K2, which is gonna be not correct, and the third parameter is gonna be 0. Of course, it's gonna be an error because yeah. All right, so it's supposed to be D not K. It's supposed to be D2 for this content, not K that we have here. Okay, D2. Okay. So it's a negative sentiment. So it's saying for a score of 2, it's given a score of 2, right? I'm sorry, it's a negative sentiment. So I'm just gonna drag it down. Of course, this will be D3, D4, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this one, which is okay, bear with me. So I'm just going to go back to ChatGPT and try to find the meaning of, because that was find the meaning. What is the meaning of? So because this is in another language. It's a right. It's also told me that this language is Filipino, and is so the told me so the it's Filipino and it's automatically translated the language. So the benefit of using an API like Google, an API like OpenAI or ChatGPT is because it can automatically translate languages. Because I can also use Python libraries to do this. Okay, but the reason why an LLM like ChatGPT is more useful is because it can automatically understand the language, the everything, the emojis, without having to do too much work. Of course, you can do this with the Python library, but yeah, you don't want to stress yourself. So I'm just I'll go back and drag. So let me just drag it all the way down to the bottom. How many reviews are here? Wow, there's quite a lot. Right. So of course you can't, if you want to do this, it's not scalable if you want to do this all on your own, So now we need to plot a graph. We need to plot a graph of all this so it's still loading, I want it in English. So now the benefits of doing this again in ChatGPT is it gives you more nuanced feeling of what the user is talking about. So for instance, this user wrote in Arabic, I suppose, and it gave the sentiment analysis in Arabic. So, but here I'm just going to make an exception and say, so it's just not, because it's not usable for us if it's in another language, really. So that's one thing we've learned. Now we need to plot a graph. Okay, what kind of graph can we plot? Because there's quite a range of emotions here. We're looking for, so we can use a bar chart, which is simple. A bar chart to plot it, because what is how many people are happy versus how many people are not. And it will become apparent, because if you're looking at the surface right now, it looks good, doesn't it? It looks good. But we start to, I'll get to that. I get to that in a second. So this thumbs up count is very, very important as well. It's very important as well. So this particular so I'm barely so yeah so I didn't really capture all of the data necessary. So let me just manually import this one into our database, right? Let me just manually do that. I'm just manually put this, and it's a 1 star, and it gave it a thumbs up. That review. Yeah, bear with me. And also, what version of this app did they review? All right, so I can't really find out unless I go back to the API. Leave that one blank, and let's go to the review history of this person. Let's say this date, okay? I'm just gonna put it there manually because I'm trying to paint a certain picture. You know what? Let me just copy this and paste it, okay? Because we're going to refine this later. Oh, right. Sorry, apologies. I didn't know you couldn't see my screen. So I'm back in the app, and I was looking at this particular, sorry about that, this particular thing, this particular review. And, it says 3,000 people found this 1-star review helpful. So which means a lot of people relate to this person's comment, this person's review. One thing I should also mention is when you're doing reviews, it's not sometimes it's also a game of smoke and mirrors, so which is why analysis is important. Anyways, let's proceed. So right, so oh dear. So blah, blah, blah. I just clicked on, there was an option for me, and I just clicked on convert to table, and it does the automatic conversion. I don't know how that. I also wanted to do this, but I couldn't find it. So it's not really okay. It's a number really. It's not a. It's a drop down, yes. All right, so let me just sort. So is blah, 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 blah. Of course, all of the I mean, it doesn't take a genius to know that 1-star reviews would be negative, you know. So it doesn't take a genius to know that. But what is really important is that although previous versions of the app may have been good, but what is the last 2 or 3 versions saying? What's the last 2 or 3 versions saying? So for example, so we need to before I go into that, because the app versions is important. So this column is telling us when it was created. What version of the app this was created. And it's really important because the app might have been good the app might have been terrible. Oh, I'm sorry. The app might have been good, or the service might have been good in the past. But what we're hunting for is the current version of the app, so the latest version of the app, okay, and the latest version of the app, okay, specifically related to reviews of the latest version of the app, because that will tell you that, okay, is this person now taking care of their customers as right now, or are they not, or they've completely ignored them, so yeah, which is really important. Now many developers, you know many developers right, beautiful. Many developers rate their apps in sorry, many developers um, have different versioning system, but I'm grateful because when I click from in descending order, it automatically understood, and it did that correctly, because sometimes developers might do, if you do, so sometimes spreadsheets might not understand. Well, if you do basic mathematics, one 1.9 in numbers is greater than 1.11. Okay. um but for versioning, when you're versioning things, I don't know if I'm making sense. When you're versioning things, 1.11 is greater than 1.9. So that's individual numbers matter. So it's everything after the number, after the decimal point, is a unit on its own. Is a base 10 unit on its own. So 1.9, 1.11, not 1.11. So if you're looking at it from a fractional point of view, you would not, you would it would seem that 1.9 is greater. So, but I'm grateful that this automatically understood what I'm trying to get at, and it's done the job for me. All right. So do is categorize our sentiment analysis based on versions of the app, based on different versions of the app. So, for example, there are only 2 reviews here for one version 1.9. Okay, and you can see that in the latest version, it said the latest version, it does seem like some issues have not been fixed, and yeah, it looks like some issues have not been fixed. Just, well, we can't really say because this person is frustrated that um, a particular feature within the app should have been fixed, but it has not been fixed. Okay, um, so negative. So that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. Now, want to do that sentiment, that whatever graphic we want to produce, want to produce it so that it is grouped by the app version. I hope that makes sense. So it's grouped by the app version. So the latest will be our most important, the most important one. But when we do it for all versions of the app, we can see a trend about what's been fixed and what's not been fixed. So, but for simple case, for we to proceed, we need to draw a graphic. Okay, so we need to draw a graphic, and I need to create. I need to find out how to create this from this data. Should I create it on here? Because, so for example, what are we going to do? Are we going to create a bar chart, or are we going to create? Okay, let me just come here back to um, UI elements for data visualization, because I don't want to limit myself. Visualization. All right. We have bar charts and graphs. We have charts and graphs. We have tables. We need heat map. We also got heat maps. Mm, mm. Okay, so you know what? Let's stick with bar chart. Let's stick with bar chart. So each so we're going to do grouped bar charts. Let me just see what this bubble chart is all about first. So this is what bubble chart looks like. Let's just say grouped bar chart. Now this group bar chart would suggest, would do for all versions of the app, right? But ideally, what we're looking for, because it's on a scale, right? We're looking for negative. So let's just go back here. Let's try to find out the range of all the emotions that have been raised. So we have frustrated, neutral. Let me do it A to Z. So the bad thing about this is that I'm calling the API multiple times, and I don't want to do that anymore. Okay. Um, it's I'm burning the free credits I've been given. Well, anyways, so we have positive, negative, frustrated, and so I need to extract the keys from here. All right. So okay, we have so is positive. So I don't understand what this person is saying, but okay. Again, it's so the right, beautiful. So this person is making a request, and this person is saying it is positive. Let me just add in English, okay? Yeah, that's why I love this API. It's because I've tried doing it with others, other things, and uh, I try doing with other, and this gives you a range of what you can work with. So let's just do a group bar chat, and I think set. I'm just gonna say chart, and yeah. Okay, here's the sentiment. This is the overall pie chart, right? A majority of it is positive, 50%. Okay, but what we're interested in is how are they currently treating their customers right now. So we need grouped bar charts. Um, yeah, uh, um, yeah. I need to know. No, 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 no. Yeah. Um, uh, yeah. Sentiments. Um, I need to group it. Group. Okay. Most it's overwhelmingly positive, but I want to group it now. That's what I want to do. I want to group it by the app version. Let's give this one because you don't know, right? But let's just give it 1 point. There are all these missing ones. Okay. Oh, there's quite a lot of missing app versions here. Anyway, so it's now to plot the graph that is left, isn't it? So if I do this, my job is done. Okay, I've successfully successfully done it. I've successfully done the sentiment analysis of the app. So it's for us to look at what we're looking for. What we're looking for is a negative trend. Okay, we're looking for so before I start talking rubbish, let me tell you what let me show you what I wanted to do. So let me just go back to this because I don't know how to do a grouped. So I'm just going to copy the keys. Okay, so I'm just going to come back here. Come the keys on the table. Here are the keys to. Let me just. Morning, sir. I've been in touch with Pastor Anubi, and he seems he's told me that he's still working on the requirement. But if I may, sir, my suggestion is that instead of taking too long, because I believe in the mission, instead of taking too long on trying to craft a perfect app, because it's an evolving process. I think what could happen, a possible suggestion is that we could build him a website, and the website will simply he doesn't need a fancy system for taking appointment and things like that. He could just direct to WhatsApp, for example, and from WhatsApp we can create a chatbot that can book appointment for patients and for patients to pay. Simple and straightforward without needing to go, because if we're going to be doing an app, it has, I believe it will be a long process. It's doable, but I'm just thinking if he wants to do this and do this quickly, and also before committing to a large scale project, and instead of that, I'm thinking let the people who want to use the service tell us how they want it to be served, and that's my humble opinion. We could use this, automates everything. It just needs a simple website, documenting the service, which I have a rough idea of what it should look like, and then it just sends people to, for example, to a chatbot on either WhatsApp or his own website directly. They can book an appointment, book a time, everything is done. So, but yeah, that's what I think. But he's still on it, and thanks, sir. He seems he's told me that he's still working on it. But well, if I you guys heard all of that? Interesting. So let me just pause my Hey guys, sorry. Thank you for your patience, and I need to get back to what we're doing. So, yes. Okay. Yes. So apologies, guys. I just had to quickly sort some things there, and you guys heard some of that. But anyways, I'm just gonna proceed. Okay. So yeah, I don't know how to group it. Here are the keys for my, data. Okay. I'm just gonna paste that in there. Okay. The one I'm more concerned about right now. Okay. The one I'm more concerned about right now is the sentiment and the app version, right? The app version. Review created version. Okay, review sentiment and review created version. Okay, so that's what I'm concerned about right now. Leave this right now. Editor. Okay. Okay. And I'm just gonna ask sentiment. How do I create a grouped bar chart with by app version? Yeah. So I hope you understand what's going on. Yeah, it's I'm doing it in Google Docs. So let me just insert it there in Google Docs. So what we're looking for, okay? Let me let this one land. Okay, it's told me how to do it now. Insert chat, in chat editor, chat column chat. Okay, so what I needed to do was the rows. So I'm just gonna go back to. Oh, right. Sorry, you didn't see that. All right, you didn't see my chat GPT. So I've put in this prompt, okay, and it's told me that I needed to include rows as well. Rows. Rows is the, so I'm just gonna come back here, chat, column chat. Okay, this is now messed up. All right, so I'm just going to delete this and then do a new one. So let's go back to the first advice is, let me just share this. Da, 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 da. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay. Anyways, yeah, 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 yeah. Um, 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 right, right, right. So I'm just gonna go back here. Yeah, okay. So, highlight your data, which is this and this one. Okay, highlight my data, which is review created version and sentiment. And yeah, I need to highlight individual. Yeah, I control, I think is option. Okay. Yeah, I figured it out. I think is if you're on Mac, you press Command, and if you're on Windows, you press Control. Yeah. So insert. It's told me you insert tables. Insert pivot table. That's what it says. How to insert pivot table? Is that how it's supposed to be? All right, pivot the data. Insert pivot table. Let's just go back and do what it tells us to do. Table. Let's say in a new sheet. Okay. Right. This makes no sense. This makes no sense at all. This makes no sense. Anyways, okay. Some of these apps, their versions are missing. But anyways, I need to. Okay, first off, let me just say, first off, some of the app some rows of are missing. Okay, full stop. Then the second thing with our data is that the sentiment is a word, as you can see here. So sentiment is one word. English. Yeah. So this is a common problems with data analysis. Sometimes you come up with data that So I'm just gonna do this. Oh boy, how many data is there? Hmm. Yeah, this is for testing. So I'm just gonna put anything here, okay? And also the problem with our data, with our sentiment analysis is that it's quite open-ended. It's not like oh sorry, let me share the tab again. So I've been what was I talking about when I said I've been is the version I've been going in the tabs and giving it random versions because this is just testing, you know. I'm just trying to fill in the blank, you know. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna delete this. Delete wrong. Okay. Um, yeah. So I'm just gonna, testing. These are all testing. They're all testing. They're all test dummy data. So I'm just gonna be putting something random here, just so we can have something tangible. Because right now it's just the visualization we need. Also, the other problem I've noticed is this hmm, this element is quite open-ended, so it's frustrated. It's not standard. Like, okay, we have only 4 buckets of things. Yeah. Um, what we're really looking for is um what we're looking for is standard that does not fit a bucket. It's hard to analyze, it's hard to judge. um yeah, so I'm just going to put in random things here, which it's not right, but just trying to make up the data so that we can have something. Then the question is, uh mm, let me go back here. Okay. So I mean, we can still work with this. We can still work with this. We can still work with this. So let's just now that we've fixed the version, with dummy data. Um, right. So we're gonna do insert. Let me just go back. Insert pivot table. Um, no, it's gonna be for review created, which is G2. G2 and L2. L2. There should be a comma here. G2 to G. What's the end number? G2 to. I hope you're understanding what I'm doing here. I don't understand either, but I hope it makes sense. Right, okay, so we just have to select something. So let me just go back, cancel. Okay, you know what, let me just select this. Just select this, insert pivot table. Makes no sense. Okay, so let me just follow this advice. Okay. Let me go back. This pivot table is supposed to, summarize my data. I'm just saying this column, I'm going to call it, let me delete this column. Insert one, so we should call it what? Clean version. Okay. And the basic formula we're using here is, no. According to this thing, the formula. What? Okay. So if G2 equals if G2 is empty, write this or just leave it as this. So instead of writing empty, I'm just going to put 1.19. Okay, just the latest version. 1.9. Okay. 1.9.1, right? Or G2, Yeah. So I love this suggested autofill. Okay. All right. So let's, for example, delete this. All right, so we have the clean version now. So let's go back. All of this is because, I know. I know. So let me just go. Okay, so it's telling me to highlight my data first, insert, then pivot table. Okay, I'm doing as I've been told. Yeah, that's messed up, man. That's messed up. You know. Anyways. Mm, anyway, so let me go back. I'm trying to. Mm, I'm trying to chill out now. Wait, I hope I've not been. Okay, beautiful. Oh, I'm having. I'm just chilling, guys. 5 minutes, then we'll go back in there because it's giving me a headache. The bridge will say it's doing my head in. Yeah, I don't sure you got that. I said the Brits would say it's doing my head in. I'm not. What I'm looking for is very simple, really. What was that? What I'm looking to do is very simple. Really, really simple. Really, really, really simple. You know. Um. What else? No. What in the world? Guys, just give me 2 more minutes and we'll continue. I know this thing will be easy to do some way somehow, but yeah, I just need to figure something out. Just take cold off my head right now. Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. Hmm. Hmm. Oh dear. That's um me. I don't know why. Why? You know. You know what? Let me ask. Let me ask Gemini. Okay. So let me just compile the questions. Another question. Maybe you know. Maybe you know what? Let me. It's important you even know the kind of data you have. So let me just go back and see. This number or a string? Again, I think it's a string. Mm, I see. Okay. So let me just how to know what type of data is now. It's a number. So this is a number, right? This is a number here. Mm, So first of all, I need to teach it. So for example, when I need to teach it to understand because the latest version is 11.3. So let me just go back and see for myself if that's correct. Right, so if they've released version, so exactly. So this is the latest version. So like what I was saying is I thought in my mind, I didn't even check well. It didn't recognize the. Yeah, it's a string. It's it's a string. Oh, it's a string because of the multiple decimal. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a bit slow. I'm just a bit slow this afternoon. Um, so of course it's a string. How to let Google Sheet. I think this is where the mistake is. I wrote Google Docs instead of Google Sheet. All right. It's all right. Let's see. Okay, we need summary. We need summary. We need summary first before you can plot that group something. We need to select both columns. Okay, select both columns. I've done this before, but let's just do it again. Select both columns. Okay. Insert pivot table. Doesn't work. Uh, Select both columns, pivot table. Right. Okay. Insert pivot table. Select both columns. Okay. Let me just go back. Oh, sorry. I haven't been sharing my tab. Right. So yeah. So I'm just going to select the columns again. That was supposed to happen apparently. Pivot table, new sheet, of course. Rows. I'm going to say rows. And rows. So add rows is for review created version. Row review created. Okay. There's some problem apparently. Okay. Let me just select this one instead. Insert. Pivot table. It's still going about. It's not recognizing this one. Let me just select this. Okay. Let me just select this. Select all. So because we can then row. Yeah, we can do that. And column. Column. Sentiment. Okay. So as you can see here, there are how many prominent versions? Yeah. All right. So And values, so we count A. Values, add center, count A. Okay, I'm learning a lot. Count. Okay. Okay, so everywhere this is empty is 0. Sorry, guys, I've been quiet. No, I'm not interested in table. I'm more interested in insert chart. So what I'm looking for is a bar chart. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. It's so let me just share this again. X is review created version. Okay, let's go back. Here's my x-axis. I can't find my x-axis. What's You know what? This is not bad. This is not bad. So for this is not bad actually, but yeah, it's I imagined something else, but this is not bad. It's so let's just change frustrated to red. Let's change the coloring. How do I change the coloring now? This is interesting. This is interesting. You can see that version 1.11.3 has the most um, most reviews. It's the one that had the most reviews, and you know, due to the doctored, thing. But if we go back to 100% now, so I need to change the color of this thing so that we understand what we're doing here. But yeah, sentiment by app version. Let's make neutral black, okay? No, Control Z. It's the not the it's the color of the thing I'm after, not really the it's the color of the bar. Not okay. This is it. You know, version 1.10 is all positive, and there are only 4. 1.1.0. So let's go and check it. 1.1.0. There are only 4. Is it true? Yeah, there are only 4, and they're all positive. True. Yeah. It needs a lot of playing around. Sorry guys, it needs a lot of playing around, and obviously this works. So what we're looking for is the negative, the mixed, and frustrated. That's what we're most concerned about, really. That's what we're most concerned about. So that's what we're most concerned about. That's what I'm most concerned about. Anyways, this sentiment analysis has been done, albeit all not so perfectly. But yeah, you get the idea, the gist of it. Yeah, thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it here now.